Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. One of the things Coach talked to me about before the game was just how important it is to get back on track. This team is on a losing streak here, but they know they are better than what their record shows. He said if we can get out to an early start, set the tone, we are going to be just fine. He's challenged his team to focus better and communicate early in this ballgame. I'll let you know how it looks from down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Rebels will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Ncca. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Out of the backfield, he's open. Brings him to the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Here's a give to Robinson. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he showed some of it there.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Mateer. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the miss, no change in the score.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Wasting no time taking a shot. Upstairs to make the catch. He races all the way down to the 11-yard line before they finally get him out of bounds. DB's right up on the receivers. The run inside. It's Lacey. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
That's it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the first down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Rebels. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Avan. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The play action fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Quarterback making adjustments. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Running inside, it's Lacey. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. They'll try to run for it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Coming out with it, it's Avant. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down. Steps away. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Wide open, he makes the catch. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Trying play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fakes to grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on third down. Quick completion on the out. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute.
Oh, he's got Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cunningham. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. All wideouts, no backs. Going to take a shot on second and short. Finds his man. It's Lacey. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And that's a really good job by this offense. I like it, man. Go 5 wide. You can tell right away you got a running back out wide. The corner stays out there so you know it's zone coverage. He sits down like a wide receiver. Really nice job working the outside part of the field. Quarterback, running back on the same page for the nice completion.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Give him a pickup of 2, now second and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Looking for room at the 30.
The defense selling out to stop it on third and super short. They don't bring him down, Jesse. Next thing you know, he's in the second level.
You're absolutely right. Third and inches like that. If you just get a little crease offensively, it can be a big play. In the back that time, hit the hole and show out the speed.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Throws for the tight end, working that left side. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door first and goal.
Run in the red zone, it's Lacey. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rebels.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Avan. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
To throw, it's Mateer. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. It's a draw. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants it all. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. On his way back from the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quickly to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Sooners will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Wants to throw on first down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Goes high to pull it in. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 10 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Longhorns with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. They continue to run roughshod over the opposition. They're now 9-1 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in this second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's a snap, ready to cut one loose. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Offense gets set for second down. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Bulldozes his way through. Just dismissing tackles. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last two games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Bringing the heat. Pick off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. The defense set them up with a turnover, and now to try to cash it in. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Slot, ready. Wide, 53.
They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Nice job there by the running back working the middle of the field in the passing game. I think oftentimes when defenders see these running backs coming out of the backfield, they're just anticipating a swing route or a flat route, something to the perimeter. That time, he put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face and found himself in the middle of the field.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5.
Booster. Q.
To the air, it's Mateer. Trying to pull his way in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 7 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. They march 72 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Wants to fire on second down. Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll start on the ground with Robinson.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He might want another play. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Rifles it down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Lacey. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down because from here, it will be a 58-yarder. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. They move on top here in the fourth.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Avant. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Sooner offense returns to the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth-quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught near the sideline, it's Ncca. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
It's hard enough to get this guy on the ground once. That's his second sack of the day. Nice job getting in the backfield, not getting deceived by this guy's speed, because we've seen this QB, man. He can make people miss. Nice job getting him on the ground for the second time today.
And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on second down. Got a man. It's Ncca. At midfield, he's got room. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the counter. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, and especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. He makes the grab. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Right down the middle. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Here we go, man. Let's go.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. There's some room. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
And they'll get him down inside inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The Sooners come down and score one of their own.
And we've already seen him catch a touchdown, and now they're using his speed in another way. Like, when you have a monster, you give him the football. You feed him. So they give him the football, hand it to him, let him use his speed, get to the outside, make a play, and score a touchdown for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense ready to go back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the ground.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. The run inside. It's Lacey. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete on the right side. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep.
That's a tough bill.
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Mateer. Now improvising. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Well, they don't connect on that throw, but you're seeing the 2-minute drill live and in full effect for this offense, something they practice each and every single week, looking for the sidelines, using the clocks, understanding the timeout situation. But these are plays they feel like they can run in their sleep to put themselves in position to kick a field goal here late.
Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Might be calling a hot route. Gotta have it here on fourth down. Escapes the pressure going right. On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The offense really couldn't ask for much more than this, Jesse.
You're right. With this much time on the clock, David, the playbook's wide open. You don't have to just be throwing it every down. You can sprinkle in some runs, too.
And you find out what your quarterback's about. Big-time, prime-time moment. You got the ball, tie game. You want to go win, make some plays for the big dog.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The screen, he can go. Could not make his way to the corner. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to beat the D deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
They boot it away. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season. And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Backed up now here, second and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got his man out of the backfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, sometimes these receivers / running backs just make you look good. 3rd down, everything covered. Nice defensive coverage, drop back, taking away option 1, taking away option 2. But how about the running back slipping out of the backfield, catching the football behind the line of scrimmage, but giving great effort, making the big play for this offense to move the sticks.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running inside, it's Lacey. And they swarm him under. Pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. If he houses this, it's ball game. Looking for more room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. They'll give it to Robinson. Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Xavier again. Shakes off the defender. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
Well, he got you 2 on 1st down. He got you 2 on 2nd. 2 won't get it done on 3rd. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Third down now, and putting anything on the board will make them a winner here in OT. From the gun to give, looking for room. Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. Timeout on the field, and everyone wanting to make sure that they're locked in on this play in overtime. They'll try to win it with a field goal right here. The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. And here we go, a field goal try to win it. It's gone! They take the lead in the first possession of overtime, and now the defense will have to stand tall.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.